Alright guys, so if you haven't seen the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, do not continue with this video because there are going to be spoilers. But if you want spoilers, I guess feel free. But there's going to be a pretty in-depth podcast type thing at the end. So I very much advise you to not continue if you haven't seen the movie and don't want to be spoiled. It is currently 4:57, nearly 5, and the Five Nights at Freddy's movie begins at 6:30. Well, maybe more 6:45 because the ads run for like 15 minutes. But very excited, very hyped. I've seen the Metacritic and IMDb reviews. Not fantastic so far, unfortunately, but I honestly think it's mainly from people that want pure, unadulterated horror, like the worst type of horror that you could expect from anything. And I've heard that the movie's very story-driven, so that's probably disappointed horror fans, but honestly, I don't care. I like the fact that it's probably going to be story-driven. Very excited. Claire is about to get ready, and we're going to go get snacks. Wheats! Where we'll be seeing the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And there's Claire. Let's get out the car. We're off to get snacks now. Horror, 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 horror. Oh, cinema 9. See, Australia doesn't seem to like promote the FNaF movie. Oh, down the hallway.
Are you looking?
Yes, I am. We got popcorn because we didn't have time to get snacks.
No. How much did it cost you? 16. What's it?
This little lobby.
So cool.
What's the time anyway?
It's 6:23.
Oh, so it starts. Oh no, the ads will start in like a few minutes.
Do you want to just sit down for a second?
Let's just chill.
Although, do we want to get a good seat?
You want to get a good seat?
Get a good seat.
It's packed. Unsurprisingly.
Loving it.
Oh, not already. Wow. Is this the spring? You can hear the honk. What if I want to? Oh, lights. Like you turn the lights off soon. Hey.
That was damn crowd as well.
Best crowd. Alright guys, so we've just finished watching the movie about an hour or so ago. I think it ended at like 8:30 and it's currently 11:15. So we've digested it, we've, made sure that we have understood it, we've just calmed down a little bit because it was quite a thrill ride. Emotionally and like just in regards to how well they, despite it being PG-13, how well they executed everything. And we're going to talk about this in a podcast style just after this clip right here. We're going to sit down, just Claire and I are going to discuss it. There won't be any video, there might be like just some visual, but there won't be any video, it'll just be like, just us discussing how we feel about the movie and addressing concerns that other people have had about the film that we don't give a shit about personally. So let's get started on that. All right. So this is post Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Let's just turn up the gain. Hang on.
Okay.
Gain. All right.
What game?
I'll gain.
Oh, gain.
Oh, the level of the microphone. So
thought you were, yeah.
So this is the podcast type format that we decided to go with because I didn't really, I don't know, want to put together the, I guess the camera and everything.
Yeah.
Make it get nice lighting and get the angle right or anything.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get into it and talk about it because I was worried that we'd forget certain things.
I know, and sometimes you get carried away. Like sometimes you wonder like, oh, how you look in camera.
Yeah.
Like, whereas this, you just feel more like, I don't know. It's like Jerma, you know. He's like, oh, do I look like that? Like,
Yeah,
and then he hides
exactly.
the camera. Yeah. So.
What do you want to cover first? Like, oh, we've also got some Minecraft music in the background playing, just because we wanted to avoid copyright, and it's also nice.
Wait, is Minecraft music non-copyright?
I don't think it is copyrighted because if it's game soundtrack, it should be fine.
Oh, okay. Hopefully.
In theory.
Hopefully.
Speaking of theories.
Theories, yeah. So, like, okay. Wait, do we say spoiler? Like.
Oh well, at the start of the video, I'm going to make sure that I enunciated the fact that, you know, you shouldn't watch this movie. Oh no, not watch this movie. Yeah, don't watch this movie. It's so bad.
Listen to this.
No, just don't watch this video if you haven't seen the movie because there's going to be spoilers. We're going to be discussing very, very specific scenes.
Where do we start? Can I start with that the part where what was it? What does Mike say to Abby when she doesn't want to have dinner?
That's a good one.
What was it?
It was, if you don't eat, you're going to stay the same size.
Yeah,
and you're never going to grow so that you can ride on the adult rides at the circus or something like that. Not circus, but at the amusement park.
Yeah, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, as in like, oh no, now I've forgotten where I was going with it. To do with like the kids, like in the suits, in the animatronics, she is like, she's not going to grow because the kids don't grow, like they never grow.
It's almost like a foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Or something. Like it's not like directly saying that Abby's going to be. Oh my god! No way.
Yeah, advert. And that actually just leads onto the other theory that I just had then.
Yeah.
Because if he's saying that to her, like that's almost
like a foreshadowing.
Yeah,
to the fact that the kids are actually inside the suits, not just the souls.
Yeah, and then the fact that I think this might be a bit bizarre. I don't know. Like, I was thinking that Abby, he's like, Mike's been through a lot of trauma, and to help him get through the trauma, he's created like Abby in his like mind or something.
Like she is like maybe even a ghost or like.
Because one of the like Freddy or like the kid, one scene, the dead kid, like. She could see the dead kid was
yeah,
there?
so it was this scene where it was Golden Freddy, aka Fredbear, you know, the one with the blue eye?
Yeah.
And a missing ear. That was obviously Golden Freddy, because that's the same design, same everything. Walks into the house for some reason.
Yeah.
Somehow finds the house where Mike lives. And, oh no, sorry, where the auntie lives, I think? Oh no, the auntie was just there.
Yeah.
It was Mike's house. And he kind of just opens the door. And Abby's like, oh, hey, Freddy. And then it just instantly transitions into the kid that possesses Freddy saying, not Freddy.
Yeah, and then that also the fact that Mike sorry, I'm like the
and
fact
Abby could see
the dreams. Oh, sorry.
Abby can actually see the kid.
Yeah, and the fact that Abby knows about the kids, like Mike never told her about the dreams. Yet she draws out all the, unless the animatronics are talking to her, but no one else seems to be able to understand them. But I'm thinking if it could be she's just because she's a kid, but then again, if she was some sort of ghost or like not imagination, like a fragment of
Mike's imagination
to cope with like because she wasn't born when like in the
2000s. Well, she was.
No, wait, the mum died. When did the mum die? And then the dad let the
passed, but the dad wasn't available, and that's where I was like, oh, so that must be William Afton.
So then, how did Abby? Wait, Abby's really kind of young.
Yeah, she...
Would she have been born like a bit...
She would have been born in the 90s because Five Nights at Freddy's, this movie was set in 2000. You could see in one of the camera shots where Mike was pulled in by William Afton to talk to him about the fact that he just beat the shit out of an innocent man at the start of the movie. You could see in the top left-hand corner that said 2000.
Yeah.
So she would have been born in the 90s if, say, she was maybe 12 years old, maybe
I'm just
11.
meaning like, did the mum pass, like, that? Would that make sense? Like, the mum, like, how does
Abby exist if
Yeah,
the mum
yeah,
passed? Maybe the mum passed after Abby's... But then was Abby aware of the fact that... I don't recall.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting like all the aspects of the movie because honestly it was a lot to digest.
Yeah, and then I just started having this, like, I was just like, okay, so then as bizarre as that theory probably is, then Vanessa as well, she could see Abby and she doesn't really talk to anyone else apart from we find out William Afton, which is her father.
Yeah.
And
major fucking twist.
I know. So that means that she saw everything that happened. That she knows each one of Chica, all of them. She knows them all. She probably was there when it happened.
She must have, because if she knows her dad.
And
like
when
Afton, who killed the kids.
When Mike said that he never saw his brother again, like, she was crying.
Yeah.
Like, you could see she had gone through some stuff herself. Like, it was like it brought up stuff.
It must have, because I think she knew that it was William Afton that took Mike's brother. And she didn't tell him that basically until the very end of the movie. And she was keeping that in.
I found that, it was such an interesting twist.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, no, that's my dad.
Oh.
I was like, oh shit. She brings out like this picture, like from her little pocket.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I was like, oh, please tell me it's gonna be like, oh, Mike's gonna be like, that's my dad. That would have been cool. But that would have been too predictable, because I think those who are, fans of the series and know the lore pretty well, like, would have just been like, oh yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have seen the fact that Vanessa's dad is William Afton. So it would have been Vanessa Afton.
That's so true. And then Vanny, I'm wondering like how Vanny becomes, like, how they do that in the next movies and stuff, like how does she, because then she ends up like in a coma, or like on life support or a coma.
Yeah, she was stabbed right in the like stomach area, like by her own father, William.
Just like the spring locks, like the spring. What are they called? Spring locks.
The spring locks. Yeah,
just the way that they do that, like, just interesting. Like, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, that's a bit far fetched. I'm like,
no, we like to dig deep when it comes to these things.
Yeah, I was like, what if she's like, is that how they could save her by putting like no, she's an adult, so she could. Oh wait, no, because William Afton's could go into the spring lock suit. I was just thinking, like, what if that brought her back to life, like she went into an animatronic, and that actually, do you know what I mean?
You lost me there.
Like, no, how she's been stabbed, and I don't know, like, the animatronic, like the spring lock could go into her, and then it, like, I don't know, somehow brings her back. I think that's a bit weird. That's
very, very, like, twisty-turny.
I love twisty-turny.
Insane, like, how would that be, like, kind of presented in a story form?
I know.
That is, like, such a deep intellectual thought.
I don't think it works. I don't think it works. Anyways, I thought it was something that crossed my mind. What else was there?
So we're covering theories right now.
We see the
it seems.
Yeah, no. In the movie we see in the dreams and stuff. The man, like, the brother being taken away.
Yeah, repetitively. That scene was, like, very prominent. It was like, yes, the brother was kidnapped. you know.
Yeah, but we don't see the person properly or anything like that did it, obviously.
Right.
Like,
who eventually turned out to be Afton.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, right? So if Afton supposedly captured Mike's brother,
why didn't he capture Mike as well? Why was that it? Because if Mike was right there, I'm sorry, and then
I think I don't know like where the hell the brother went.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Shit, he's got a name.
Garrett.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Garrett, I think.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, what if Afton William, if he saw like the other kid, like you'd think.
Wouldn't he make the effort to capture Mike as well?
So then he doesn't know about it all and everything.
Yeah, because but then again, that's why he sped away so quick because he doesn't become a witness at all.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was in the Springlock suit and lured the brother Garrett into the car
with
the Springlock suit just to like, you know, I guess entice the kid
into
entering the car.
Yeah.
But then, which is like the only, they've made that very clear in terms of like the cinematography that it's very, very difficult to, I guess, recognize who actually captured the brother Garrett.
Yeah.
I think that was basically, it's a really good form of inserting the confusion of Mike into the audience as well.
Yeah.
So we're just as confused as him.
I really, I'm very like, I'm quite, tired, I suppose. I've been like a little bit unwell today, so if I might be just like woohoo, you know, coming up with weird stuff, but
that's the best part. That's the funny part.
The cupcake. Let's talk about the cupcake.
Why it had so much screen time.
I don't and
where did that come from?
That was one of the funnier like. I feel like that was comedic, like.
It was meant to be scary, but kind of came off a bit
funny.
Unfortunately, I was worried about the fact that they'd make the cupcake such a prominent character, and they ended up doing so.
Yeah.
But despite that, a lot of the aspects of the movie were very, very fulfilling to what the fans were asking for. For example, yes, there was the Springlock scene. The fans were asking for that from day one, since 2015.
Yeah.
They wanted to see the Springlock scene in live action, and they did. They saw it in real deep detail. They made sure to make the goddamn cupcake tear off one of the parts of the suit, just so you could see the metal inserting itself into Williams.
That was so unsettling.
That was actually for PG-13 supposedly.
Wait, that was PG-13. Oh,
in America, it's rated M here in Australia.
Oh right.
So which is like M15 plus.
And then so the Max, was her name Max? Max, the babysitter scene. That was just seeing the shadow.
Seeing the shadow, and that was really well executed there because I was like, holy shit. The entire cinema was like, whoa.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Holy shit. I wasn't expecting her to be completely cut in half by Freddy's jaw. And then just one guy, I think a few rows in front of us was like, was it the bite of 87?
Oh, I think it was the guy behind us, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard him and he was saying a few funny things.
He was hilarious.
I know.
Guy was like... And then, during this one scene, what was it, where Vanessa reveals that William Afton was, in fact, her father instead of Michael's. Wasn't he like, rip off, rip off. Oh, that was a rip off, shouldn't have bought these tickets.
And then I hear I'm sorry, I don't like to gossip about people in the cinema, but I swore I heard a child saying to their parents, is this movie meant to be nice or something? And I'm like, I think you've entered the wrong movie, the wrong.
Yeah, this isn't Paw Patrol.
No.
It's funny how similar the Paw Patrol, the movie that came out, the poster is very similar to the Five Nights at Freddy's poster.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you here.
I feel like the trailer just doesn't do it justice, and also.
This.
Oh my lord! I know. Oh no! Now I see it.
That's actually.
Oh my lord! Did they do that on purpose to be funny?
They might have done it on purpose because they knew that like FNaF was so popular,
No.
and they must have just the mighty movie.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, bad quality, but you get the gist of it, right?
Wow, that's
Like,
interesting.
but yeah, that wasn't Paw Patrol. Like, why is your kid in here? Don't they do like ID checks and like age? Not even age checks. Like, you know that's a child.
The child be so short that they can't even see them over the counter. Like, so they don't even know there's a child there. And then, oh no. But it does sound like a cute movie. Like, and when you see the trailer, you don't really think it's going to be that gruesome as it is. And also the characters,
they're cute. They're fuzzy. They're they're designed to entertain children. But then, and whilst we're on that topic of like, they're cute, they're fuzzy, etc., it got a bit cute.
Yeah, like
in the middle.
A little bit. I know. Like I wasn't sure how I felt. I was like, I kind of like this.
I thought like the entire cinema. I remember we were like all like, oh, that's actually kind of cute. Not gonna lie, like it was actually pretty cute the way like the animatronics were like, they were. If you were to think of from this perspective, they're kids.
Yeah.
They just want to be kids again.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to build a fort, and engage with another kid.
Yeah.
Like they're going to want that childhood aspect back.
And it just felt like a wholesome moment. Like it was like because the families had been so broken for Vanessa, like her dad and being William Afton, and then Mike and what.
Mike was just confused. He was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah. But I felt like but then it was sort of like But thankfully they, what you said.
They turned it around very quickly. I think they knew what they were doing. They were like, oh yeah, let's make it really warm, fuzzy, and like kind of like cutesy for a bit, just like to make the viewers expect something different for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Because I thought the animatronics were going to be like, oh yeah, no, this Mike guy, oh he's actually on our side. Oh his brother was captured, just like we were captured. Oh, that's relatable to us. No, instead they decide to try to make a deal with him. We take Abby, you experience the same dream every single night so you can see your brother again.
Wait, I forgot about that part. That's actually really cruel.
It is cruel. Oh. They became like, remember the blonde kid that possesses Freddy?
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, well, we're going to do this for you.
That's right.
But we want something back from you.
Oh,
Next
that's
dream
right.
Here's your ideal dream where you get to see your brother.
But then there's no...
But then we want Abby. Because they want their childhood back.
Revert, like, what if that is like an alternate? What's the word? Alternative. Like, what if Abby's actually, like, what if maybe it's. Oh God, no! Now I'm going all whack. I'm just like, no. What if like Abby actually, if they did take her?
What would happen after that? Would they actually kill? Oh no.
No.
Yes.
What if like she was like they? What if like there was a scene where they actually did get her, and maybe then she became a ghost because he could see the children, so she might have been alive at one point when the auntie and stuff saw her, but then there's a point. There
might have been a point where she was killed.
Yeah.
And was a ghost, but maybe it's like genetically. Due to genetic, relations, I can see the ghost of my sister.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Because he could see the ghost of the other children, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could see the ghost of the other children because he was in the same building as those ghosts.
Yeah.
As well.
So that's interesting.
It's very interesting.
I was just thinking, like, what if the twists and turns, like, what if what if Abby was actually she was the one that went missing I don't know. I doubt it. Like he was like interpreting it wrong. But then I prefer the theory that she's a fragment
of his imagination.
Now I'm questioning you how to say the word of his imagination to coping because he has no other family.
Which is so weird though because then Vanessa can see her.
But Vanessa
and the auntie though.
I know, but...
Could it be a genetic thing plus the fact that Vanessa's mind could be in control of Afton somehow?
That's...
I'm thinking about the genetic thing, but at the same time, I think it's simpler to say that Abby is real.
I like to believe that. I like that theory that I've thought about.
That she's a ghost.
Yeah, but
Or that she died at some point in the film when she went off by herself.
Not that I want her to. She was actually I found her so lovable. At one point, I was whispering to Adam, I'm like, at all costs, like, keep her safe.
Yeah, protect her at all costs.
Protect her. I didn't think that there was going to be much, like, there was going to be much, like, footage of, like, their relationship and, like, actually make us like the characters so much and, like, actually feel for them. And
yes, let's actually go to that topic of the fact that the characters are just... the depth of their personalities and their backstories are insane. They are really good.
I know.
The fact that Vanessa has this whole thing where her father is William Afton.
Yeah.
And Mike encountered William Afton before these events even occurred because he was like the head of security or something at that mall. You know, the mall where Mike beat the crap out of like an innocent man because
Vanessa and Mike would have been the same age at one point because they look like the same age.
Yeah, they are like the same age, like maybe 30s-ish.
Yeah, like what if so they could have even like met each other like beforehand.
They could have crossed paths at
and
some
that could be
stage.
why she somehow like I don't know.
But then I think the reason why she knew to go to Freddy's because there was a new security guard was because she knew the backstory of the whole thing because she knows mainly because her father is Afton.
And she did warn him, but not too well.
Mm.
In a sense, it was like she kind of wanted
I quote, "In my own way." That's what she said.
Oh, that's
I remember.
right. In my own way.
She said, "I was trying to warn you in my own way."
Yeah.
As if like she didn't want to. Almost like if she did say anything, maybe Afton had access to those cameras.
Yeah.
In the actual facility.
Oh, definitely.
So
that makes sense.
So, like, if she said anything bad about him...
That's a good point.
And the backstory and what actually happened, he would come along.
There would be cameras everywhere. Like, and
there were cameras.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, like... I wouldn't be surprised if he did have access somehow to those cameras.
Was there listening in or something.
He was probably there the whole time.
Yeah. And what was another thing? I was thinking of another thing. Just the fact that when he takes the medication to help him sleep, but then he still sleeps without it. Like, but this medication helps him remember the dreams.
Oh, I thought that he takes the medication so he doesn't have the dream.
Oh.
Or was he trying to... Oh, no, sorry. Am I wrong here?
I can't... Now I'm confused.
He takes the medication so he sleeps better so that he can actually recall...
He wants to remember exactly...
He's trying to reconstruct the memory.
But what is the medication?
He's into that theory.
I'm wondering what the medication is because she never said... She said, I know what it is because it says it on the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering what medication it is because that's interesting to me because what if it was like... I don't know, like for...
Was it melatonin? Was it like...
Was it a, like a psychiatric
would like side effects
like a mental health like a
would it have like
prescription medication that could definitely like cause hallucinations and
that's an interesting hallucinations
point too.
But then when she threw the pills in the river, Mike still saw Abby, so that can't be like a correlation there. So it's very interesting. We'll leave Matt Pat to this, by the way. Made a little cameo, which is real cute.
Yeah.
I remember like it took the audience and also me, us.
Oh, I didn't really. Yeah. I didn't realize, but.
No, but it took us like a few good seconds to realize that's Matt Pat, and then it like did like a close up of his face, and we were all like, wow.
Yeah.
Because he made it so clear. He was like, oh, that's great, yep. And he's like, looked like he was about to cry when he thought that, all the other YouTubers were going to make a cameo.
Yeah.
And he watched the trailer on his live stream and he was like, that's great for them, good for them,
Oh, wow, no, I need to see this video. Yeah. I'm going to watch it.
I'll show it to you. It's funny because it's like, he acted it out so well. And then everyone was like, wait, no, he's a theatre student. He's acting.
That's awesome.
And there he is.
There he is. He fooled everybody.
FNaF movie, crying.
Crying. Matt.
Matt Pat's reaction to seeing Dorko.
No! Are you kidding me? Yo! That's awesome. That is so cool. Hold on here. I want to get like I can't. Oh man, who? Oh, and that's Ryan. I can definitely make out Abe and Ryan. That's definitely Dawko. I'd recognize. What's going on, guys?
Oh, that wasn't the right one.
Aw.
That's him seeing them.
Oh, that reminds me of
here.
the blackboard as well at the school.
Oh, that's not the right one.
There was like all the animals, bunny, fox, written on the blackboard, in the classroom.
Oh my god, I didn't see that, but you did.
I thought, yeah, I was wondering if that was a big thing. Like I for some reason my eyes just focused straight on like fox and bunny. I can't remember if there were any other like of the names of animals.
Yeah, I can't find the video. But
That's okay. Well, I'll watch it after.
He was like, that's great, man, good for them, you know. And then he looked like he was really like sad that he didn't get a part, but he fucking did. He knew damn well he got a part in it.
That's too good.
It was great. And then there was Cody, this other YouTuber that I am not familiar with.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that.
I don't know when he was prominent in the FNaF space. Because, I mean, I left at some point around 2016, 2017. I would just disconnected myself after Sister Location because I didn't like Sister Location.
And then we ended up
really liking Sister Location.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I only started. Yeah, I jumped in this, but basically end of last year, maybe.
End of last year, I think it was, and now it's the end of this year, so about a year now.
And I'm like basically obsessed. Started off being like, yeah, cool. And then but you hopped off the FNaF wagon for a while.
I did, because I was just like, I don't like the fact that the lore started it got so confusing. I was just like, I can't keep up with this. I'm disconnecting myself.
Yeah.
And I was going through like mental health shit anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like, not that that's an excuse, usually like a story is a way to escape from that. But I was so invested, it was probably bad of me to be so invested into this
that
franchise.
Story is specifically as
Specifically
well,
a story like that, that's so confusing, so gruesome, so like, deep.
Yeah.
But, back onto the movie though, the Living Tombstone, at the very end.
I had this feeling, weirdly enough, like I just, for some reason, I'm like, if that guy, Matt Pat, if he popped up, then I'm just like, they've obviously kept their mouth like,
Sealed. Absolutely sealed.
Yeah, about the Living Tombstone, that they're not gonna, say a word. And damn, it was great. Oh man, I started dancing.
I was just like, I lifted my arms up as high as I goddamn could and just went, whoa!
I was like hitting the floor with my feet, but I had to pee for like basically 40 minutes.
It was like the last 20 or so minutes of the movie, and I went to record some of it so she wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
So I've got a bit of footage of the movie. But
I kept going to get my because I needed Panadol or something, and I went and was getting ready to hop up, put the recliner down because it's called recliner chairs.
Yeah.
And then I go, and then it's like every second of the movie was so interesting I couldn't. Usually in a movie, even a movie I really like, I can leave.
Oh, that's what happened. As soon as you went to leave, Golden Freddy's there standing in the house.
Yeah.
And then you were like, okay, I'm sitting back down. I need to see what the hell happened.
Yeah. Because it felt like it was actually a scene that they made it seem like, oh, nothing much is going to happen here. And then I'm like, oh god. And then boom.
Right.
And I didn't want to miss anything. Anything at all.
I just love the fact that Golden Freddy just appears, as if he's not real. Not real, because physically, yes. But
I get a little bit.
He has this weird ability to teleport, and that's.
I get a bit confused about the whole Golden Freddy and glam rock and.
Oh, Golden Freddy is Fredbear.
The main.
Yeah, well, he and Spring Bonnie.
They're the main two that...
The first two
First
from
two.
Fredbear's Family Diner.
Right,
Back
yeah.
in, like, the 70s or something?
Yeah.
Or the 80s, sorry, the 80s.
Right. I don't think I... Oh, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, the
Because-
costume was different and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're different, like... So there's Bonnie, who's blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Then there's also Springtrap, who's yellow. You
Yeah.
got Freddy, who's brown, and then you got Spring Freddy / Fredbear, who's yellow.
Yeah.
Same color as Springtrap, so
I
they're
think-
like a duo.
And also, I'm colorblind, so I get a little bit
Yeah.
confused. So that's always annoying.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I thought that he looked different.
Also, just I love how they made him teleport because that character has always been known to teleport, just have this ability to just like doom 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 doom. I think the child that possesses, like, I think in the lore, we're gonna get into that in a second. I do want to discuss the fact that people are starting to get pissed off about the lore. Yeah, just the fact that, like, what was I saying? The fact that he can teleport.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's very, like, accurate to the lore.
Yeah.
The fact that he's able to teleport. But, yeah, the child that possesses that specific animatronic is, I think... Is it Cassidy or... It's Cassidy.
Oh, okay.
So I think one of the first that was murdered, I don't know exactly. You see, like, I came in watching this movie with a pretty fresh pair of eyes because I just at the same time as you, Claire,
Yeah.
started joining back into the FNaF community.
I've been
And
really keen to read the books, and then we
Mm.
probably would have, like, known for, a bit more, like, regarding that as well. But I don't know why. It's almost like I wanted to be surprised by the movie. Like,
Me too.
Yeah.
I was definitely surprised because it wasn't like accurate to what I know the lore is. How I know the lore is, you got Michael Afton, who changes his name to Mike Schmidt because it doesn't want anything to do with, his father, William Afton.
Yeah, so does he say that what
He
does
says-
he say what does he say? What did he say his name was to William?
Mike.
But then no, he said a last name, didn't he?
He never said his last name.
I thought he did.
I-
And then William Afton looked really uncomfortable. And
Mike
he-
Schmidt. Yes, I remember that. He was like
Yeah.
Mike Schmidt.
Yeah, and yeah.
Closes the book,
Yeah, he looked
Which
really
leaves us
uncomfortable.
on our toes.
And then it was like he changed his personality went a little bit different
Yeah.
as well. Once
It's almost like he was like, wait, I know who this guy is. And it's like,
Oh.
but it's weird how, oh no, holy shit, I just realized something.
What?
Mike wasn't in the room.
What do you mean?
His name is William Afton. It's my father, Vanessa said, whilst he looks at the picture, and he just instantly switches to, how can we stop them? It's almost like he was avoiding the fact or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's like he wasn't in the room during the time that William Afton took the mask off. But then he he was talking to him at the start of the movie.
Yeah.
So like,
Wait, what?
oh, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm just trying to see if, like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense at all, actually.
No, I'm really confused. You've lost me.
No, I was just trying to figure out whether Michael never actually saw the face of William Afton, but he did
Yeah.
during the start of the
Interview,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah. Duh. I completely got like so sidetracked into my own thought process and like thoughts and everything.
That's okay. I did that a few times in
Yeah.
just recently in this.
It became super. Oh man. I don't know. It's just like, also let's discuss the fact that people, I think, have adjusted their expectations a little too high for the movie. They were expecting it, I think, to be an absolute cinematic masterpiece, which in my opinion it was.
It was for me too.
But they were expecting something else, which is why they're mad. And
Yeah.
are giving it a bad score.
Yeah.
It isn't inherently a bad movie.
No. If
I
any,
think it's really fucking good.
there have been movies that other people are saying are really good, like I don't know. I don't want to get people
let's
to
list
just
this one.
The Mario Bros
Mario
movie. I'm
movie.
sorry, like I just we saw it in like gold class or whatever because
The Mario
we got a
movie, yeah.
ticket or something from I think it was a birthday ticket.
Yeah. It left me
and-
empty.
Yeah, it left me. I felt very disappointed, mainly because
Is it because we're like older? Maybe?
Maybe.
And I think it was because it was actually tailored to kids. But then you watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish,
And that was
that was a really good film.
That was so good. I love that.
That was a really good bloody movie, and that's tailored to kids. But then
like that. Yeah. Then the Super Mario, like that got so hyped up, and then I don't know, like I haven't seen many. I don't know what people's opinions on that are, but it just didn't hit the right. Like with this just felt so right. I felt like like fulfilled, very much so. Like it was. We were so worried. Like
we were really worried that it wasn't going to be a good movie. Like
that's what's the best. You go in with the low expectations, and then it delivers, and then you're just like, well, okay.
Well, that's I think the problem with a lot of the community.
Yeah.
And I don't like to say anything bad about the community that we're in, because I love like anyone who likes FNaF.
Yeah.
I want to be their best friend.
Oh, everyone in the cinema was so
basically. But I think some people in that community expected way too much.
Yeah.
I think they expected something totally different, and then, were just completely like bamboozled by the plot. Unlike us, we had low expectations.
Yeah.
Like realistic expectations, but we were completely like, oh wait, never mind, this is actually really damn good.
Yeah.
But then I think a lot of people were like, oh, I want this to be the same as like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. It can't be can't live up to everyone's ideal. I
think that's it. It's mainly people's ideation of what they would like to see, and if it doesn't fulfill their requirements, then instantly the movie's just inherently bad for them. But then for us, we were like, let's just go in with a open mind and fresh pair of eyes. That's exactly what I did. I felt like I forgot what Five Nights at Freddy's was.
Yeah.
I forgot that I played Security Breach. I forgot about the entire lore that I knew, and just went into the movie.
Yeah.
And I was very, very, very satisfied.
Me too. I genuinely I wanted to. I didn't want it to finish, apart from the fact that I needed to pee so bad. But I wanted it. I actually wanted it to keep going, or watch it again. Like actually get more tickets and go in again and watch it.
I'm definitely, because we're in Australia, so we can't really watch it because Peacock is American, I think.
Yeah.
So we'd have to get a VPN, go onto Peacock, and then watch it. But that's okay. Honestly, don't care. I want to know what William Afton says in the suit.
I know there's certain things that I want to see as well. I wonder if there's bits on YouTube like the blackboard bit and like.
Oh yeah, the blackboard.
There might be just photos actually. Like on IMDb they have like photos, stills from the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that's not you wouldn't be able to hear what William Afton is saying through a photo, but but you still might.
So I can hear the subtitles.
And
hear the subtitles.
see like things that maybe we didn't see.
Yeah.
Which I'd like to. Look at.
I
wouldn't mind having a look at the stills actually. Oh, my knee cracked.
Oh.
But definitely, man, it was so worth it.
It was worth it. I don't really I've been a fan since 2014, and I was like a teenager. And it hit it ticked every single box that I kind of had. Like, I didn't have the high expectations, but I didn't also have the lowest. I went in there, like I said, with a very fresh, open mind.
I also love the actors. Elizabeth Lale. I follow her on Instagram. I've been following her on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that.
She's in You.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, the show You. I follow her, and I don't know if she's posted anything.
What is the IGN score?
Wow.
4 out of 10 IGN. 97% of users like this film. 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Wow.
I think it's mainly. Oh man, I don't know.
I felt like she depicted Vanessa perfectly. Like,
yeah.
She had that. Just something about her depicted the I don't know, the energy that that
was also portrayed in Security Breach.
You can, a movie can be screwed up with the wrong cast, and I felt like Matthew Lillard, oh my god.
Matthew Lillard did a brilliant job.
And it's Scooby-Doo, like, I just love, I want to now watch, like, just watch a part of him in Scooby-Doo.
Scoob. I've been hit with the Springlocks. The only complaint that I have about the Springlock scene is the fact he didn't scream enough. He was definitely in agony.
Yeah,
You could definitely see the agony, but he wasn't screaming like it was actually puncturing his, like, liver.
I noticed that.
But
unless he just can't feel much because he's just like dead inside. I don't know.
That's a good point, actually.
Stills. I love looking at stills.
I don't know why this movie's just got such a bad, like, just.
Why did the Equalizer come up?
I actually genuinely can't fathom the fact that this movie has got poor reviews. I mean, understand real horror movie critics coming into this and expecting a horror film when, even in my opinion, it's not a horror film.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's psychological thriller.
With the horror aspects, I guess.
With some aspects of horror.
This wasn't... Did you notice that with the scenes in the dreams, like some of the faces on the kids were missing? Or was that me? Just me?
I didn't notice that.
I swore, I was like, I think I said to you, I was like, what the hell is like, it only happened a few times. One girl, I swear one of the girls, her face distorted and it just went, which is creepy. It's like, and then it happened again.
Could that signify that animatronic that night wasn't actually active or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Which is
or
what
was I?
I don't know because
Did I just imagine that?
I don't know because I don't recall any of that.
I do. I remember and I really creeped out because that's one thing that creeps me out in movies when they remove a face, but do it well so it doesn't look tacky. But it just creeped me out. But maybe I missaw it. Maybe my eyes were blurry.
I mean, you thought that the kid that possesses Freddy tripped over when really he didn't.
No, but
I think he was ducking underneath.
I agree with
the
you
log.
with that one, but this is different. For some reason, it looked like the kid's face disappeared. No, I want to watch it.
It's so stupid. I honestly, just from my point of view, I don't understand the criticism that it's getting from all these, I guess, horror critics, when it really shouldn't be the horror critics that are criticizing it. It should be those who are more familiar with psychological thrillers or like real storytelling.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't know. It seems very like accurate to the books though, especially the illustrated books. And yeah, another, I guess, aspect to the or the contributor to the poor rating is, yes, again, like kind of like high standards.
Yeah.
From the fan base.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like standards that are way too high.
Yeah.
But yeah, just if you haven't actually watched the movie and we've basically spoiled everything for you, go in there with a very open mind.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you're going to be satisfied if you just go in there with an open mind as a fan of the series. Because honestly, I'm just absolutely thrilled that there is a movie for this franchise.
FNaF movie theory speed run.
5 months ago. Yes, they've got the bunny ears, you got the... All of the kids have like a somewhat... like a really good like resemblance to the animatronics.
I'm mad
visually.
because like, wow. I'm mad. Could have sworn. I need to find out if anyone else saw that or if that was.
Yeah, the blurred faces.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can. It's actually out on Peacock now. But
All right. Yeah. Maybe we should.
We should just screw it. But yeah, overall, I gave the movie a 9 out of 10. The IGN gave the movie a 4 out of 10.
Wow.
Review scoring.
What in the name?
Let's see the comments on this. Did they think we were getting 110 minutes of Mike sitting on a chair playing FNaF 1?
Okay, one of the full 42 hours of sitting in the office, I guess.
They wanted him on cams for 6 hours. I'm reading these Reddit comments here.
It's 4 out of 10, too much plot, reminds me way too hard about. 7 out of 10, too much water, like what did they expect? 2 hours, yeah. Apparently it gets too much story. Like too much, you know.
There was a lot of, it was very story driven. The horror aspect was quite minimal, but that didn't throw me off. If anything, I preferred the fact that they focused more on the story. Because, yes, Five Nights at Freddy's is a horror game, but at the same time, it's got a really in-depth story.
The balloon boy jump scare, for some reason.
It got me every single fucking time.
I didn't jump at all. That was so strange. I think I just looked away from the screen a tiny bit, and then when I looked, he was already there. So
every time
jump.
Mike would turn the figure around.
Yeah, and then that was hilarious.
That was funny.
That was too good.
And I remember people saying, like, critics were like, "Oh, it's witty, it's funny, it's got some horror aspects, and it's really exhilarating."
Yeah.
Like thriller. 4 out of 10, too much lore. Don't worry about IGN. It is full of shit. Yeah.
The
Too
ultimate critic one can only and should listen to is the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but lore in the film isn't great, sadly, compared to the games, said someone on Reddit.
Didn't they get Fortnite or something? The fight does Fortnite.
Had to do with this.
Reddit movement.
But like at the same time, it's like I think.
Oh.
Scott.
Why are they talking about reminded that the critics hated the Mario movie?
I mean, I hated the Mario movie, and I love Mario. I absolutely adore Mario. I've played so many Mario games. Love the series, but I just didn't like the Mario movie.
Yeah.
It just didn't sit right with me.
What the hell?
But I think these critics, like I said, they're too focused on wanting the horror. But they, weren't really promising horror, were they?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it's a horror franchise, but it's like they implemented a bit of horror, a bit of thriller, a bit of psychological madness to it, and story, which is pretty much all of Five Nights at Freddy's combined as a series. Like,
yeah, but I love the
Security Breach wasn't scary, but it was good.
It's a movie. I get it's FNaF and all, but nobody wants to sit there watching a guy. Yeah, if they made it too literal, that's sorry, but I wouldn't have been able to handle that.
If they made it too literal, that would have been wait, is that actually what the IGN critics say? That they wanted something too similar to Five Nights at Freddy's 1?
I don't know. Wait, can we get
and people also don't understand the lore behind it. But then I also have this other, I guess, thing that I need to pick at the movie.
Yeah.
About, which is, what if you've got no idea about Five Nights at Freddy's? Your first introduction to the series is the movie. What are you gonna, what? How are you gonna think? What are you gonna think of the movie?
I would have still enjoyed it, but I think I'd be very confused as to.
Yeah.
What's really going on?
Yeah. Because honestly, I believe that they should have reinforced the names of the actual animatronics better.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they only mentioned it about once or twice. Abby said Chica twice, I think. 3 times maybe. He said Freddy once. Oh no, Freddy was mentioned a lot. We know who Freddy is, right?
Yeah.
Who's this purple bunny? And who's the yellow bunny? Oh, no one, I don't think anyone mentioned Springtrap or Spring Bonnie or
No.
They only mentioned Springlocks. They only mentioned Yellow Bunny, which is fine. I like that. The Yellow Bunny.
Yeah.
It's like a menacing kind of title. So I don't really care about that.
Oh, what? There was a blockbuster version of this a few years ago, the zero budget Willy's Wonderland. Yeah, that movie was pure junk. I still wouldn't mind watching that just for fun because I don't know if I just like the whole animatronic stuff and let's see. Wait, where are the actual reviews?
I don't know if I've contradicted myself too many times in this, but yeah, it's actually kind of saddening to see those reviews, considering, like, I don't know if we're just being biased though. Like, just imagine someone who hasn't ever had any exposure to the series walking in on this. Like I said, the character names weren't mentioned too many times.
No, I wouldn't have remembered if I hadn't known.
Yeah,
the
I
names.
think the only criticism I've got is the scene where it's got a bit cutesy.
Yeah.
Again, yes, I guess they're animatronics possessed by children, so they're gonna want to be kids again. But they could have made it a little less. One person is typing.
Oh wow.
They could have made it a little less cutesy. I thought the wink from Chica was quite cute.
I thought it was good because it showed that
It was like-
because then it made when they became scared, like, you know.
It kind of it set us up for basically, oh shit, what the fuck's going on now?
Yeah, it really like emphasized the how
scary
bad
part.
they could get.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, it is, everyone seems to be saying it's made for the fans. It doesn't seem to be made for the new audiences. Like, what if it's not aimed for the kids? Like, there were pretty gruesome things that occurred.
Yeah.
Like Alex being snapped in half by Freddy's jaw.
That was yuck.
As a kid, if I was like 13 or like 12,
I would have died.
I would have seen that in my mind.
Oh,
Like,
I did watch stuff like
it's
that when I
repeating
was
itself in my brain right
younger
now,
than
even.
12. I think that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, I've always enjoyed like psychological thrillers more than horrors. Like horrors can be really just like,
very like,
but just like, and not much story. But if you can give
tons
me,
of gore, you know, like stab, 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 like
Yeah.
slice someone's throat.
but if you can give people like story and twists as well as, even if it's not a lot of horror,
It's just a sprinkle of
so
horror.
much more fulfilling. I feel like.
It basically, like, horror is just the result of anxiety and the natural. We're getting into biology here.
Yeah.
And it's like human psychology, but like the natural like human response to something that is uncanny, or just very like, and that's what Five Nights at Freddy's did for me. I saw the animatronics on screen, and I was like, that is uncanny as hell.
Yeah.
Why are these humanoid things that are robotic, that are possessed by children, how can they move like that?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I also thought that there's
and-
children like that haven't grown up, that don't really know much. Like children are the most honest, and like so they'll.
And also like aggressive, I guess.
Yeah, like
they can be pretty
they-
like not very logical.
At
I
that
guess.
age, yeah, like they can pick up on things and like yeah.
And the fact that they were influenced by Afton, which I think is an amazing twist. They basically were on his side because they thought that he was one of them.
Yeah, until
because he had
Abby-
the suit on, and they were lured in and then murdered by the yellow bunny, who was seen as a friend.
Yeah.
Until Abby drew a picture of what actually happened,
Exactly.
pinned it up, and then animatronics, obviously the kids possessing animatronics, were like, wait, what the fuck's this? And then, boom.
And they
Springlock
obviously
his ass.
they ended up loving Abby, so they
Trust her.
trusted her.
Because she's a
and,
kid as
yeah.
well, and it's like, I'm wondering for the future of the series though.
Oh yeah, like the
The next two potential movies, which I think the director Emma Tammy was saying that she would love to explore more regarding these characters, and the fact that there was like kind of a plot, like an ending that left us like on edge, like cliffhanger is the word. Like that spring Bonnie was William Afton was just like trapped in the suit in this like closet, just like kind of twitching about.
And then who was it that shut the door? Was it?
It was I think the child that possessed Freddy.
Yeah,
Just-
and it looked like he was almost trying to be like help or something like.
But then that was when William Afton was like with like the spring Bonnie suit on, like trying to grab, like reach out.
Yeah, that's
For
what.
help?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he just closed the door on him.
Yeah.
That could be either an ending, like a good ending, or it could be a really good way to continue the series.
Yeah.
And then just from the earnings alone, like it's earned like 50 million. That's enough to make a series, like 2 other movies.
Really, I'm excited.
But
I'm excited to see what the future of it holds.
yeah,
Like.
and quote, you don't know what could happen or something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously not quote because I didn't say it word to word, but like.
Yeah, I never quote things quite correctly either.
But Michael, yeah.
Yeah.
But Michael's saying you never know what might happen.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
And then, like when Abby was like, "Can we, visit them and stuff?"
Yeah, she missed them.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would be a cool concept if they were kind of run down.
But they still wanted her to be baby, didn't they? They wanted her to
Yeah, that's the very interesting aspect. But that was before they realized that Afton was a killer.
Okay.
And that's when they turned on him instead of having Abby as the priority. But then she might still be a priority.
I think that she might. For some, I have this feeling.
She could still be a victim to this.
I feel like.
And so could Mike.
They could be confused a bit. Like they might, because they are just kids. They might they might not understand
the concept of who's the enemy and who's the protagonist.
Or they might just want her to be one of them because they like her so much.
Yeah, I'm thinking like. So there were four missing children, but then who's the fucking cupcake?
I don't know.
My theory is it could have been conjoined twin.
Except that it gets the road, like it comes off. Like,
like somehow floats. I'm thinking it could be like a sister or something, or brother, or like sibling.
That's a good point.
I don't know. That's all I can think of. The fact that they're all like shoved, or maybe like the spirit is somehow able to possess the cupcake as well, because it's part of the animatronics. So I'm probably overthinking that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
which it would be interesting because then the animatronic Chica might not then be able to do if it's in the cupcake. Then
True,
Chica might like malfunction or something.
Yeah, because like Chica might turn, like the actual animatronic herself might just turn off when the soul possesses the cupcake.
Yeah.
Like it could only be one or the other.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Oh.
It's interesting. It's very interesting, and I cannot say that I was disappointed at all. The cherry on top was the Living Tombstones, Five Nights at Freddy's being in the credits. Everyone on TikTok, everyone on YouTube was like, "What if it ended like this?" And then they played that song. And they did it. They knew exactly what they were doing there.
Yeah.
And I love that.
They treated the fans right, like in that aspect. And
I just remembered that fucking one scene. I don't know why they did it. I don't know who directed this scene, whether Scott Cawthon wasn't on set, because it was really goofy.
Which one?
I know it's only a few seconds, and I'm not going to discount the movie because of it. Because I think they were really, just thinking it was kind of cute, where Bonnie fell.
Oh,
and it was like, oh my god, is Bonnie okay? And he does the thumbs up thing. And it's like, cute, but at the same time, like, why, like, it was kind of goofy.
It was, and like, they don't really do that any other time, like.
I don't think they can do that.
Yeah.
They're like gloves.
Yeah.
And I don't think the gloves are maybe they are.
I don't know.
But like, I just found it really cute that Abby wrote like a love heart and then gave it to, I think,
Freddy, was it?
Freddie or Bonnie, and then Freddie gave her a hug.
I know.
I thought that was actually really cute because it's like, but then it's not because they were luring her in.
I know. Oh, that's true.
I just forgot because everyone in the cinema was like, oh, that's really cute, and then it was like, oh no, actually they're luring her in. They want to make her one of them.
Yeah.
Quote from Vanessa.
The babies, which is not 100% like them. Like it's completely different, like animatronic, isn't it? Like.
Yeah.
It's like
there was the spring lock.
Yeah.
Animatronic of like the baby. Like I don't know if that was Circus Baby or if that was just a baby spring lock suit that we've never seen before in the entire franchise. But Chica was trying to force her in there.
Yeah, I know.
Because it would kill her, making her a spirit and then possessing that animatronic of like the weird baby animatronic.
Oh no, I don't want her to be.
I don't want
that
that
to happen because I loved it. I loved her character so much, and the actress that played her.
So
I just love. In the trailer, I'm like, is this kid gonna be like an annoying character? Ended up adoring her.
Oh my god, I loved her. She was adorable. Like she's like, protect her at all costs.
Yeah.
I've got an interesting theory though.
Yeah. I would have hated.
What if? Oh no, that's okay.
But no, you go. Should we finish after the theory?
Yeah. So this is just going to be the one last thing I'm going to mention, and then we're going to finish the entire podcast / video / whatever the hell this is.
Yeah.
What if Vanessa actually does die because she was stabbed by William Afton?
Yeah.
What if she ends up actually dying, becoming, in an essence, of like Vanny? Somehow.
I think that's sort of what I was trying to get at before, but I
Yeah.
said it in a weird way. I don't know.
Like not the traditional security breach Vanny where it is actually a security guard who's just got two personalities.
Yeah.
But what if this somehow scarred her to the point of having that mindset where she actually does put on a suit and becomes Vanny and reenacts what her father did?
Yeah.
Because she's somehow mentally scarred or something psychological happened to her. Like some kind of scarring that has resulted in some kind of dual personality.
That's what I was thinking. That's
issue.
why I said something about like a brain issue. Like what if,
Yeah.
I know it was the stomach, but like, we don't know, like something else could have happened or like.
Because Afton had control over the souls of the animatronics.
Yeah.
That could mean he has some other control.
So something else could have gone wrong, and then she could have like developed something.
Yeah.
Not just like the stabbing. Like,
yeah. She could have been influenced to reenact or even mimic the actions of her father in one personality, but the other personality is kind of just like trying to fight against that. I guess hostile one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
Pretty deep. I know that they have the potential to really do a pretty damn good sequel. For sometimes the sequels are better than the original.
Yeah.
They could possibly even listen to the audience and be like, why is it M, rated M in Australia, PG-13?
Yeah, and then maybe
and they make it 15, MA-15 or even R in the next film.
Yeah.
Because they do listen. I know that they would listen. Because they've listened in this movie.
They have.
They provided the springlock
that's
scene.
really sweet of them.
I know,
like,
right?
Respect them for that. Yeah.
They made the animatronics exactly how they were in the game. They made the springlock failure perfect, where the children surround him, and then he gets that springlock failure. That's exactly what happens lore-wise, and they hit the nail on the head with like. Just all the twists and turns and the atmosphere and everything. They've listened, and the fact that they put the living tombstone at the end of the film, and also just so many aspects of this film were very influenced by the fans, but also themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's why some fans are mad, because they also the directors had a bit of creative freedom too.
Yeah.
Let them do what they want with these characters.
Yeah.
What they want to do with the story as well. And if Scott Cawthon says yes, feel free to do that.
Yeah.
Respect that. Because if Scott Cawthon's okay with it, I'm okay with it.
And he's the reason the movie's there.
Even exists. And the hype was even there.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that we've got a Five Nights at Freddy's movie is that's so much to me as it is.
Just appreciate it, like, at that.
Just
like,
this little horror game that was made out of frustration because this man gets criticized the fact that his games, or these characters in his games, look like animatronics, so he makes a horror game about that out of spite.
I love that so much.
Turns into a movie 9 years later.
That is like the
you gotta
best.
just respect that.
That is such a win situation. I'll
show you.
Prove them, wrong or whatever.
Yeah, I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah, revenge is the best success. Oh, it's not revenge really. Like success is the best revenge. Oh my goodness, revenge is the best success. I am feeling quite tired, so I'm a bit back to front.
Front to back.
No, I didn't. No, not front to back. Anyways.
Anyway,
shall
that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching
Thank
and
you.
listening.
Oh yeah, watching.
And we'll see you and hear you in the next one.
For sure.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.